On the evening of Thursday, May 21st, 2015, a 16-year-old girl named Lily walked into the home gym inside of her house in Hong Kong looking to do a workout. She saw her dad was in there and he was doing some sort of cool down exercise on a yoga ball. Lily's dad, whose name was Ka Kim Sun, was a doctor, and normally at this time of the day, she would never see him in the gym. He was typically locked upstairs in his study, or he was just gone for the day. And so Lily asked her dad, like, what are you doing here? And her dad would tell her, work at the hospital was really slow today, so I took off, played some tennis with friends, and now I'm just doing some cool down exercises, but I'll be out of your hair in a second. A couple of minutes later, her dad was up and out of the gym, and Lily just began her workout. The next day, around 1 o'clock, Lily was at home at her dining room table, sitting across from her mother, whose name was Wang Xiu Fing, and staring at an open textbook. Now, normally at 1 o'clock on a Friday, Lily would be at school, but she had had the day off that day, and she had wanted to spend her day off seeing friends, but her dad told her that you were gonna stay home and you were gonna study all day long. And then a couple of minutes later, she actually heard her dad coming down the stairs, and then he said he was off to work. And as soon as Ka was gone, Lily's mom looked over at her and said, come on, let's go out and have a mother-daughter shopping day. And then a minute later, she and her mom climbed into her mom's yellow Mini Cooper car and they headed out. About 2 hours later, a local jogger was running in the same neighborhood as where Lily and her family lived. They noticed there was this yellow Mini Cooper car sitting on the side of the road, but it was still on. And they saw two women in the front two seats of this car slumped over. The two women were Lily and her mother. Police were called, they were rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. They both died. The police would begin their investigation into their deaths by searching the yellow Mini Cooper car. And when they searched it, there really was nothing of note inside of it. For the next 6 months, the police tirelessly looked for some lead, but it just didn't make sense. Nobody had any idea what happened to these two women. The detectives decided to just go back to the Mini Cooper and see if maybe they missed something. And sure enough, they had. When police originally searched Lily's mom's car, they found the two women's purses and also some basic exercise equipment in the trunk, specifically a deflated yoga ball. And at the time, the police didn't think anything of these items. It would turn out the yoga ball did have something to do with it. 2 days before the women were found dead, that yoga ball was inside of Lily's home. In fact, when she walked into the home gym and saw her dad, he was using that yoga ball. He had taken that yoga ball to the hospital where he worked and filled it with carbon monoxide, an odorless, colorless, poisonous gas. And his plan was to put the yoga ball in his wife's car, unplug it, and now it's sealed and the gas is gonna leak inside the car. And then when his wife got in the car and shut the door, she would effectively suffocate and die. He didn't try to kill his daughter though. He wanted her to stay home and study, i.e. don't go with your mom and get in the car. But the mother defied the father, brought the daughter along, and then after driving for only a mile, the two women collapsed and died. Ka Kim Sun was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. He has never explained his motive.